how to calculate standard deviation. These are steps that you have to do, and we're going to do it by hand. So first you find the mean, then you take each piece of data, each data piece is x, and the mean is that for each value. Then you add all the numbers from step 2, then you divide the sum, and this looks like a lot of work. It kind of is, but it's not too hard. I'm going to show you how to do it. So first, I want to show you exactly what you're doing and why standard deviation is helpful, especially in statistics. Okay? And we're going to watch another movie called Moneyball. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, step 2, I'm going to do 2 and 3 together. So I'm going to write this 2 and 3.
So just plug in 17.2.
So it says you have to do this for each of your pieces of data. So x is just each piece of data. X, 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 x. I got to subtract the mean from each of them. So it's going to look like this. I'm going to just put a line here. It's going to look like this. My first piece of data is 12. I got to subtract the mean, which is 17.2, and square it. Then I add to it that same thing for the second piece of data. 17 minus 17.2 squared.
From all?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then the third piece of data, 18 minus 17.2 squared, plus the last piece of data, 20 minus 17.2 squared. So that's step 2 and 3. So get that sum, whatever that is. Did I miss one? Which one? 19. Okay. So just it doesn't matter what order you go in. 19 minus 17.2 squared. So you can enter it in the calculator exactly like this with the parentheses and everything, and it'll give you a sum.
That's deadly.
Try it.
Try it.
This sum right here. Use the parentheses, do all of
The
that.
thing is if we put it as the square root, it will
So now step 4 says divide the sum from step 3 by the number of data pieces. So I got 38.8 and I have 5 data pieces. And that's 7.76. Then to get that standard deviation, you take the square root of 7.76. It's approximately 2.79.
you always divide it by 5? Or is that just how many there are?
That's how many data. Read the directions right here. Yeah. Okay, so that means that if we had our dogs and we had the mean, we would go up 2.79 and down 2.79, but we're using these numbers instead. This is the standard deviation from the normal. Okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, so turn it over.
Was that 7976?
79.
Okay. So the following is a list of number of wins the Detroit Tigers have had from each season from 2002 to 2010. What is the standard deviation of this data? Let's use the calculator this time. Guess what? The calculator gives you the standard deviation as well. So we're going to enter this into a list. Let's put it in order. So you're going to go in, clear your list. Stat, edit, stat, edit. Oh my word, you guys should know this by now.
Oh, thank you.
So enter them just as they are.
And then you hit
Hold on.
sort.
Okay, so they're not in order right now. I would like them in order. You guys remember how to do that?
Yep.
If you don't, wait, I'm going to make sure everybody's there. So let's put them in order because you're going to need them later. So you go back to Stat
Edit.
and Sorta.
What is sort mean?
And then just put the list in. And then it's done, and you go back to your list, and they'll be in order. So they're in order now. Okay? Is there a mode in this data? There's not, is there?
Status
Okay.
what? Status is-
Sort A.
Tell it what
And
list
then
number.
Second one. And then stat edit.
Okay. So it's been asking us for the standard deviation. So we can still get that from the same place that we saw the mean, the mode, the median. We can go to the same place. So we go to the same place. We want it to calculate our statistics. So you just go to stat, calculate variable statistics.
Wait, 1 or 2?
It's the same thing we did yesterday.
1
Okay?
variable statistic.
Yeah. But we're not going to scroll down because the standard deviation is right there. Does anybody see it?
Did I miss a number or something? Because yours says 73 and mine says 72.
Which one is it?
It's
It's the sigma right here.
It's 15.5.
15.5. Okay, that's the standard deviation. You should have 9 data pieces in there. Okay, so I got that right off the calculator. So standard deviation of x is 15.5. So the mean of these games is 73.9. That means within normal they went up 15.5 and down 15.5. So the standard deviation would be 89.4 up here.
I can't see the
Okay, hold on, I'll show you. So if they fell within this range here, 58.4 and 89.4, they'd be falling into the normal range. It's called the standard normal range. You don't really need to know that. I'm just showing you like I showed you the dog thing. That's what that means. So look, they had one number above the standard normal. And what? They only had 2 numbers below the standard normal. So what percentage of the time did they win more than 63 games in their season? 75%. 63 or more. Okay? So that's kind of how it works. All right. So you have a worksheet. You can do a lot of it on the calculator. I want you to do one standard deviation by hand.